Good evening, good morning, good day. Although I know the hedonists are not playing today, so I'm guessing most of you are going to be in Britain or at the very least Europe. Welcome one, welcome all to another edition of Quizcazoatl Live, the lockdown-friendly post-lockdown publess pub quiz. For those of you who are regulars, welcome back. Welcome, of course, in particular to last week's winners, the World Health Organization defending champions. Last week, I still say that after all this time. It's last fortnight, isn't it? Because I only do the live one every 2 weeks. Anyway, hello to them, hello to you, hello to anyone who is new. If you are, and none of this makes a great deal of sense to you, let me tell you some basics. The Quizcazoatl Publess Pub Quiz is a pub quiz in 4 parts. Very shortly we will be getting going with round number 1. In round 1 I will be hitting you up with a series of questions. Some I will pose to you and some will be taken from the Quizcazoatl picture sheet. If you would like to get a little bit ahead of the curve, you can follow the picture link and download the picture sheet in advance and let you spread the thinking through the whole quiz. bit.ly/quizcazoatl_pictures. I'll also be putting them up on screen, but it shall be to your advantage to get them downloaded, I can tell you. We have another link, the answer link, if you would like to compete with our other teams for the crown, coveted that it is, of Quizcazoatl Fortnightly winner. Why not submit your answers, bit.ly/quizcazoatl_answers. It's all very simple, just follow the Google form and it'll tell you what to do. Anyway, after round 1, we'll have a music round. After that, round 2 is much the same as round 1, and we finish with our wipeout round. The whole kit and caboodle is expected to take something like 2.5 hours. That means if you're in the UK, a 10:30 finish. Central European time will be 11:30. Elsewhere, I recommend you consult your star map. That is enough quadmin to get us started with, except, of course, to remind everyone not to just look up the answers on Google. It's not a can you Google this quiz. And we will get going with question number 1. Can you tell me which Irish company describes itself as Europe's first and largest low-cost airline? And I will warrant that didn't take you too much thinking, although you never know, maybe it's got you puzzled. Either way, here comes question 2 as well. Can you tell me the name of what piece of furniture can follow medicine, trophy, and filing? Which piece of furniture can follow medicine, trophy, and filing? And for question 3, we are headed to the first of our pictures for this week. Can you tell me the names of these, what have we got this week? 7 people to identify. Now, they have all appeared on Taskmaster. For what that's worth, can you identify these 7 people? And question 4. Can you tell me which condiment brand has recently removed scaffolding from the picture on its label? That is, it's not like tiny little scaffolding around the bottle. It's a picture of scaffolding on the picture on the label. And question number 5. Can you tell me which 2 countries have a shoreline on Lake Geneva? Which 2 countries share a shoreline or have a shoreline on Lake Geneva? And question 6 takes us to a second picture for the day. And we've got some more Venn diagrams for you. Can you name for me the 3 missing items from the intersections of these sets? What could go both at the top and at the bottom? 3 question marks to complete, 3 points available. And question number 7. Can you tell me in the game Hungry Hungry Hippos, how many plastic hippos are featured on the board? How many hippos are hungry in Hungry Hungry Hippos? Question number 8. Can you give me, for 4 points, the 4 words beginning with P that are found in the titles of Jane Austen novels? Can you give me 4 words beginning with P that are found in the titles of Jane Austen novels? Question 9 takes us on to picture number 3. We have some seafaring pairings. Can you name these rhyming couplets of fish and not fish? 8 things, 4 of them fish, 8 points available. Question number 10. Can you tell me the name of which Oscar winning actress can be made by joining a rice manufacturer to an insurance company? The name of which Oscar winning actress can be made by joining a rice manufacturer and an insurance company? Question number 11. Can you tell me which three teams did England beat in the knockout rounds of Euro 2020? Which three teams did the English men's football team, soccer ball, beat in the knockout rounds of Euro 2020? And I gather that one of our teams joined us a little bit late and has asked for a repeat of the first five questions. Well, question three takes you to picture one anyway, so you can see that on your picture sheet, but I'll give you the other four. Our first question, I asked which Irish company describes itself as Europe's first and largest low cost airline. Which Irish company was Europe's first and largest low cost airline? I then asked the name of which piece of furniture can follow medicine, trophy, and filing. Piece of furniture, the name of which can follow medicine, trophy, and filing. Question 4. I asked which condiment brand has recently removed scaffolding from the picture on its label. And question 5. I asked which two countries have a shoreline on Lake Geneva. It's a two-pointer. While they frantically try to catch up, let's give you picture 4 for question 12 as well. We have some boy-girl films. 6 films, all of which include the word either boy or girl in their titles. Can you identify them? Question number 13, and a perhaps controversial use of the term former. The struggling social media app Truth Social was endorsed and launched by which former politician? The struggling social media app Truth Social was endorsed and launched by which optimistically identified as former politician? Question 14. Hang on a second. Question 14 is a picture. Takes us to picture 5, and we have 2 cured meats for you to identify. With apologies to any vegans, can you work out the cured meats hidden in these combinations of numbers? Okie dokie. Question 15. Shredder is the archenemy of which crime fighting quartet? Shredder is the arch enemy of which crime-fighting quartet? Question 16. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is a prequel novel to which young adult series? The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is a prequel novel to which young adult series? Guessing it comes before The Birds and the Bees, but I could be wrong. Question 17 takes us to picture 6. There we go. And we've got 4 more bits of branding for you. Can you work out what each of these logos represents? Brand or company or organization or similar? 4 points on this one. Question number 18, closing on at the end of round one. In which century did Johannes Gutenberg invent the printing press? In which century did Johannes Gutenberg invent the printing press? Question 19 is our final picture of round one, and we've got four famous faces for you. Can you name all four of these individuals? And for a fifth point, tell me in which year were they born? All the same year. Close out round one with question number 20, a biology question, as it often is. In the human body, pleural fluid is found around which major organs? Pleural fluid is found around which major organs? And that takes us to the end of round one. I will give you a full 6 minutes to finalise your answers, get a drink, stretch your legs, whatever you need to do. When the counter ticks down to 0, we are going to be back with the music round. All right, everybody, welcome back. Hopefully, you all sat down and comfortable again after the little interval. If you have not hit submit on your round one answers yet, now is the time to do so, for we are moving to the music round, and you will certainly want to be able to fill in your music round answers. As you well know, in the music round, I am going to play you 6 songs which span the decades from the 1960s through to the 2010s. All I will be asking of you is to tell me the name of each of the songs and the name of each performing artist. 6 songs, 2 answers each means 12 points available. I'll play these for you once, I'll give you a moment to think about it, and then I will play them again. Alrighty, let's have that one more time.
The night we met,
Righty, welcome back to this from the music. You still have a moment to think about what you've heard, but in the meantime, designated markers, as I would normally say, but knowing they have a slightly reduced audience this week and the way it's fallen out, I'm going to say designated. No, maybe there are two of you marking. I take it all back. Designated markers. Eyes down, look in. We're going to go to the round one answers, except I haven't actually got them open, so I'm going to have to just bear with me a second. Okay, here we go. Question one. I asked you, which Irish company claims to operate Europe's first and largest low-cost airline? That is Ryanair. Ryanair. Question two. The name of what piece of furniture can follow medicine, trophy and filing? And that is cabinet. Cabinet for the point there. Question three, we had 7 names for you to identify. And they were, first off, Lee Mack. Then Roisin Connaughty. Then we had Joe Wilkinson, followed by the aptly named Kerry Godliman. Then we have Nish Kumar, Victoria Corrin, or latterly Corrin Mitchell. And finally, Johnny Vegas. 7 points available there. Lee Mack, Roisin Connaughty, Joe Wilkinson, Kerry Godliman, Nish Kumar, Victoria Corrin, and Johnny Vegas. Question 4. The source with the scaffolding was HP Source. And they were echoing the scaffolding on Big Ben. Question 5. The 2 countries that face down over Lake Geneva are Switzerland and France. Switzerland and France. Question number 6. We had our Venn diagrams. The answers we were looking for were Wicked, where musicals meet slang for great. Then Snoop, that is rappers meets Peanuts characters, with a letter removed. And then Cologne, fragrances meets German cities. Question number 7. In Hungry Hungry Hippos, there are 4 hippos. 4 hippos. Then question 8. The words beginning with P in the titles of Jane Austen novels were Pride, Prejudice, Persuasion, and Park. Pride, Prejudice, Persuasion, and Park. On to question 9, and we had some rhyming couplets. Firstly, we had the Trout and Stout. Then we had the Snapper and a Flapper. Then we had Bream and the Scream. And finally, we had a Mod and a Cod. 8 points available there for Trout Stout, Flapper Snapper, Bream Scream, and Mod Cod. Question 10. The Oscar winner, who is a Ricey Insurance, is Tilda Swinton. And then question 11. The teams knocked out in Euro 2020 by the English were Germany, Ukraine, and Denmark. Germany, Ukraine, and Denmark. 3 points there. Question number 12. We had for our movies About a Boy, then Bad Boys, then Gone Girl, then Mean Girls, then The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and finally The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas. And those again: About a Boy, Bad Boys, Gone Girl, Mean Girls, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and The Boy with the Striped Pyjamas. Question 13. The potentially former politician with the failing social media app was Donald J. Trump. And then our cured meats are prosciutto and chorizo. Prosciutto and chorizo. Question 15. Shredder is the archenemy of, if you're English and born in the 80s, the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, or if you're American or born at any other time, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Question number 16. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is a prequel to The Hunger Games. Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is a prequel to The Hunger Games. Just bear with me a moment while I distract myself, because one of our players is having trouble with pictures. Jolly poor show. Let's see whether that'll help them out. Then, question 17. Represented by the 4 logos in the picture, we had British Airways, then the FA Cup, then Ribena, and finally Maryland Cuppies. Cuppies? Maryland Cookies. I'm afraid the FA World Cup is probably not acceptable for a point. They are different cups. FA Cup was the correct answer. On to question 18. Johannes Gutenberg invented the printing press in the 15th century, or if you prefer, the 1400s. And then our faces were Elvis Presley, Julie Andrews, Brian Clough, and Dudley Moore. And you've split the year on this one. One team has got it right, one went early, one went late. The year I am looking for, 1935. 1935 will give you a point anywhere between 4 and 6. And, one more time. Elvis Presley, Julie Andrews, Brian Clough, Dudley Moore, 1935. Finally, the pleural fluid is found around the lungs. Lungs for that point. Well done, however well you've done. We'll be back with a scores update very shortly. In the meantime, let me get you going with question 1 of round 2, which is another anagram. If I can find the button. Can you rearrange for me the letters of some task to find the name of a famous woman? Sometask. Some task. Not many letters to arrange this week. And we'll go to question 2 before you have time to try every possible permutation there. Can you tell me what U is a thick noodle used in Japanese cuisine? What U is a thick noodle? And round 2, question 3 takes us to another picture. It is picture 8, and it's a Quizcazoatl. For all the Wordle fans up there and out there. We have 5 cities for you to name based on these clues about the letters. It'll make a lot of sense if you've done Wordle. You might have to think about it if you haven't. If you ever played Mastermind, the board game, not with Magnus Magnusson, back in the day, that will give you a clue. How it works. Green means a letter in the right place, yellow means a letter in the word but in the wrong place, and grey means a letter that is not in the word. Can you get 5 cities that fit the letter combinations? 5 points available on this one. And we can take a moment for a scores update in this slightly reduced game of the Quizcazoatl Publess Pub Quiz. Always a risk with no lockdown and sunshine are started. We have only 5 points, splitting 3 teams. Now, all very evenly divided as well, 2.5 point intervals. In third place, not necessarily the way they wanted to get to third place, but make the most of it while you're there. It's him and her on 46. In second place, on 48.5, it is the Lins, which means that in first place at the moment, after 1 round, it is Sounds a Bit Hippie to Me on 51. And I'll give you question 4. Can you tell me who followed his most famous quote with the words, yes, the surface is fine and powdery? Who followed his most famous quote with the words, yes, the surface is fine and powdery? Question number 5. What J is a famous Scottish village named after a Dutch ferryman who transported passengers from the mainland to Orkney? What J is a famous Scottish village named after a Dutch ferryman who transported passengers from the mainland to Orkney? Question number 6 takes us to picture number 9. And we've got some TV characters for you. A full 8. Can you identify not the actors, but the TV characters, what they play in costume as pictured? With the exception of the 7th one, who is, of course, not in costume. On we go to question 7. John Craven was the first presenter of which children's TV programme, which is celebrating its 50th anniversary in 2022? John Craven was the first presenter of which children's TV programme? And question number 8 is mystery voice time. I am going to play you 3 clips of people talking. All that I ask you to do is to identify for me who these 3 people are. I'll play them once, give you a moment, then play them again.
Number 1.
Yeah, I'm very upset. Did all the training that we had to do in camp over in Colorado and then Omaha, Nebraska. Just couldn't get it going. Was falling a little bit short. Look, no disrespect to Kell Brook, I think he put a great performance on. Did everything he needed to do in the fight. Put on a great performance and obviously was the best man tonight.
Number 2.
It's the awareness of growing older in a place that always stays young, Radio 1. It is an awareness of my kind of career being a bit more fragmented and starting new things that I'd always wanted to start. So I started writing, I started podcasting, so doing these other avenues that I've always wanted to explore that I didn't have time.
Number 3.
Hard to believe it's been 25 years since I won here, but it's great to be back and be able to feel the energy and the excitement of the patrons again. I hadn't seen them since when I won, and obviously we had a COVID year, and I missed last year. So it was neat to feel that energy out there on the golf course yesterday, and hopefully this storm blows out of here, and we get to have a great week.
Number 1.
Yeah, I'm very upset. Did all the training that we had to do in camp over in Colorado and then Omaha, Nebraska. Just couldn't get it going. Was falling a little bit short. Look, no disrespect to Kell Brook, I think he put a great performance on. Did everything he needed to do in the fight. Put on a great performance and obviously was the best man tonight.
Number 2.
It's the awareness of growing older in a place that always stays young, Radio 1. It is an awareness of my kind of career being a bit more fragmented and starting new things that I'd always wanted to start. So I started writing, I started podcasting, so doing these other avenues that I've always wanted to explore that I didn't have time.
Number 3.
Hard to believe it's been 25 years since I won here, but it's great to be back and be able to feel the energy and the excitement of the patrons again. I hadn't seen them since when I won, and obviously we had a COVID year, and I missed last year. So it was neat to feel that energy out there on the golf course yesterday, and hopefully this storm blows out of here, and we get to have a great week.
Question number 9. What P, Bob, can be a substance used to prepare a surface for painting or a cream applied to the face before makeup? What P can be a substance to prepare a surface for painting or a cream applied to the face before makeup? And let's put up question 10. I'll give you a moment to think about the picture and then we'll go to the music round marking. So, picture 10 is some shaded countries. 7 countries in Africa and an 8th country spelt with the first letter of their names. Can you get all of them? Alrighty then, let us go to the music round marking. Eyes down, look in. In the 1960s, we had the song Be My Baby. The artist was the Ronettes for the full point. Be My Baby, the Ronettes. Into the 70s, we had Kung Fu Fighting. That was by Carl Douglas. Then in the 80s, this is I think the only one that everyone actually got in both parts. This is a Run to You, and the artist Bryan Adams. Run to You, Bryan Adams. On into the 90s, this was Primal Scream going in a sort of a T-Rex Rolling Stones direction. So effectively that I have been assuming that was a T-Rex song for years. But turns out it is indeed Primal Scream, and the song is Rocks. For any other rock-related titles that have been suggested, have half a point. The proper title is Rocks. Onwards into the 2000s, the artist is the Kings of Leon. The song is called Sex on Fire. Sex on Fire. Then in the 2010s, the song is called Feel It Still. The artist, Portugal the Man. Now, the band Portugal the Man are so pretentious that it seems that they explained that the band is called Portugal and the man is sort of an accessory term, much equivalent to the poo in Winnie the Pooh. Clearly nobody has told Portugal the Man what the means. Either way, so I will accept Portugal or the full name of the band, Portugal the Man. Either of those for a point. And quickly again, the Ronettes with Be My Baby. Carl Douglas was Kung Fu Fighting. Bryan Adams was Running to You. Primal Scream were Rocks. Kings of Leon, Sex on Fire. And Portugal the Man, Feel It Still. And I'll give you question 11. What name links a brand of vodka, a symphonic poem by Sibelius, and a Helsinki concert hall? What name links a brand of vodka, a symphonic poem by Sibelius, and a Helsinki concert hall? Question 12 now takes us to picture number 11. And we have some, well, it says here classic pub names. I'm not sure how classic these are, but they're pub names. Can you work them out from the pub signs? 4 points available. Question number 13 now. Can you tell me, named after a Western frontiersman, what B is the only NFL team to play their home matches in the state of New York? Named after a Western frontiersman, what B is the only NFL team to play their home matches in the state of New York? And I can give you a quick scores update. After the music round is in, the gap has gone from 5 points to 10. In third place still, it's him and her, with a decent 50 from the first two rounds. They are trailing Sounds a Bit Hippie to Me, who struggled on the music. And with a better music round score, they're on 57.5, I should say. And with a better music round score, the Lins have gone ahead with 60 points. Question 14 now, and we have some more mashups for you. You know the score. I'm going to play you 3 bits of music. You've got to identify the 2 bands represented in each mashup. Looking for band names, not song titles. 6 band names, 6 points available.
Number 1.
She walked away through a cheap pack of cigarettes. Hard liquor mixed with a bit of intellect. And all the boys, they were saying they were into it. Such a pretty face on a pretty neck, she's driving me crazy. But I'm into it, I'm kinda into it. It's getting crazy. I think I'm losing it, oh, I think she said, I'm having your baby. It's none of your business. I'm having your baby. It's none of your business. I'm having your baby.
Number 2.
I stand up beside the fireplace. Take that look from off your face. You ain't ever gonna burn my heart out. And so Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as we're walking on by. Her soul slides away, but don't look back in anger. I heard you say.
Number 3.
I've always been the one to say the first goodbye. Had to love and lose 100 million times. Had to get it wrong to know just what I like. Now I'm falling. Center of attention, you know you can get whatever you want
Number 1.
She walked away through a cheap pack of cigarettes. Hard liquor mixed with a bit of intellect. And all the boys, they were saying they were into it. Such a pretty face on a pretty neck, she's driving me crazy. But I'm into it, I'm kinda into it. It's getting crazy. I think I'm losing it, oh, I think she said, I'm having your baby. It's none of your business. I'm having your baby. It's none of your business. I'm having your baby.
Number 2.
I stand up beside the fireplace. Take that look from off your face. You ain't ever gonna burn my heart out. And so Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as we're walking on by. Her soul slides away, but don't look back in anger. I heard you say.
Number 3.
I've always been the one to say the first goodbye. Had to love and lose 100 million times. Had to get it wrong to know just what I like. Now I'm falling. Center of attention, you know you can get whatever you want from me. Whenever you want it, baby. It's you and my reflection. I'm afraid of all the things it could do to me. If I would've known it, baby, I would've stayed at home. 'Cause I was doing better alone. But when you said hello, I knew that was the end of it all. I should've stayed at home. 'Cause now there ain't no letting you go. Am I falling in love? One that could break my heart.
Righty. Question number 15, and takes us to the pictures again. Ooh, and it is picture 12. We got some paraphrased Tom Cruise films. Can you work out 6 Tom Cruise films from the cryptic clues? Onwards and perchance upwards we go. Question 16. Who recently became the first person to win an Oscar? Who was born in the 21st century? Disgusting, isn't it? I only just got used to them being born in the 19th. Hang on, 20th. Who recently became the first person to win an Oscar who was born in the 21st century? And question 17 is our penultimate picture for the day. We have 4 missing vowel keyboard buttons for you. These are keyboard buttons on the keyboard of either a PC or a Mac, or both, I suppose. 4 keyboard buttons, several vowels to insert. 4 points available. Question number 18. Which city, the largest by population on the South Island of New Zealand, was hit by a major earthquake in 2011? New Zealand city hit by a major earthquake in 2011. Question number 19 is our final picture of the day, and we have some more European cuisine for you. Can you name these 4 dishes for 4 points? And our final question for round number 2. The faces of which two non-presidents appear on the current United States $10 and $100 bills? The faces of which two non-presidents appear on the current US $10 and $100 bills? Alrighty, without all the other teams to drag us down, we're running pretty ahead of time this week. Makes a nice change. Nevertheless, it's time to bring round 2 to a close. I'm going to give you another 3 minutes to get your answers together, and then it will be time to go to the wipeout round. Here we go. Alrighty, team. So it is the end of your round 2 window. That means we are going to go to the wipeout round. Now, by cross-referencing the number of teams playing with the number of viewers recorded, I'm pretty confident we all know what we're doing. So let's not explain it too much. 6 questions, 2 bonus points if you get all 6. The last letter of each answer becomes the first letter of the next answer, but if you get anything wrong, you will lose all your wipeout points. Simple. Here we go. Wipeout question number 1. Located in the south of England, what is the UK's only island city? Located in the south of England, what is the UK's only island city? Question number 2. Also the title of a video game series. What term is used to describe how quickly unstable atoms undergo radioactive decay? Also the title of a series of video games. What term is used to describe how quickly unstable atoms undergo radioactive decay? Wipeout question 3. Who was named BBC Sports Personality of the Year in 2021? Who was named BBC Sports Personality of the Year in 2021? About question number 4. In 2013, which UK social security payment replaced 6 benefits for those on low income, including job seekers allowance? In 2013, which UK social security payment replaced 6 benefits for those on low income, which included the job seekers allowance? About question 5. Which American fashion designer launched his eponymous label in 2006 after striking success as Gucci's creative director? Which fashion designer launched his eponymous label in 2006? Finally, wipeout question 6. Can you tell me which famous breed of dog is named after a region on the eastern shore of the Adriatic Sea? Which famous breed of dog is named after a region on the east shore of the Adriatic Sea? Righty, I'll give you another 3-minute countdown to finalise your wipeout answers, and then we'll come back for the round 2 and wipeout marking. And I think we may be finishing tonight in unprecedentedly fast fashion. I'm sure the fashion designer would be upset. Okie dokie. It's time to submit, my friend. The countdown has counted down. The shark has been jumped. Him and her, I am looking at you. Hey. We go cooking on gas, my friends. All right, designated markers, eyes down, looking in. Here come the answers. Answer. Question number 1. We had some task, a famous woman. I was looking for, and you all worked it out, it was Kate Moss. We then had, for question 2, a noodle, which was udon. And the answers to our Wordle clues were Leeds, Derby, Ripon, Wells, and Truro. Truro. Never trust an engine with no dome, I hear. Question 4. Who followed his most famous quote with the words, "Yes, the surface is fine and powdery"? That is Neil Armstrong. Neil Armstrong. You can't have every line being a classic, can you? Question 5. The Scottish village named for a Dutch ferryman is John O'Groats. John O'Groats. Well done if you work that one out. Although I see from inspection that the only person in the quiz who worked it out was me, so well done me. Outrageous, isn't it? 8 TV characters for question 6. We had first off from what do you call it? Peaky Blinders. It's Tommy Shelby. We then had Otis Milburn. Then we had Rose Tyler from the Doctor Who. Lost and Lamented. It's Dot Cotton. Then we had Violet Crawley of Downton Abbey fame. Violet Crawley. From what do you call it with Will Smith? The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's Carlton Banks. Then from SpongeBob, it's Patrick Starr. And we end with Anthony Bridgerton, Tommy Shelby, Otis Milburn of Rose Tyler, Dot Cotton, Violet Crawley, Carlton Banks, Patrick Starr, and Anthony Bridgerton. Question 7. John Craven was the first presenter of News Round, and then the people in the clips were Amir Khan, then Annie Mac, and finally Tiger Woods. Amir Khan, Annie Mac, and Tiger Woods. Question 9. The substance to put on your wall or on your face is primer. And then for question 10, our African countries were Sudan, Eswatini, Namibia, Eritrea, Gabon, Algeria, and Liberia. And the country that you get if you add those letters together is Senegal. Sudan, Eswatini, Namibia, Eritrea, Gabon, Algeria, Liberia, and Senegal. Question 11. The brand of vodka, the poem, and the concert hall are all called Finlandia. Finlandia. Then our pubs were the Cutty Sark. Let's see, what was the full name? Oh, the Mitre Bar. Then the Spread Eagle. And finally, the Three Kings. Cutty Sark, Mitre, Spread Eagle, and Three Kings for 4 points. Question 13. The NFL team are the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills for a point. Wasn't he also in Silence of the Lambs? Anyway, best not to think about it too much. Half a point for the Buffaloes. A quarter of a point if you put buffalo, 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 because it's wrong, but it is a grammatically correct sentence, loosely speaking. Question 14. 6 artists in 3 mashups. We had Taylor Swift with Harry Styles. Then we had John Lennon and Oasis. And finally, we had Jamiroquai and Dua Lipa. Taylor Swift and Harry Styles. Then John Lennon with Oasis. Then Jamiroquai with Dua Lipa. Question 15. The Tom Cruise films in order, although order is of course not vital in this quiz. And they were Top Gun, then Rain Man, then The Last Samurai, then Jack Reacher, Cocktail, careful now, and Valkyrie. Top Gun, Rain Man, The Last Samurai, Jack Reacher, Cocktail, and Valkyrie. Jack Reacher then. Oh, I see. Goodness me. It's a subtle one. Question 16. The first person to win an Oscar who was also born in the 21st century was Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish, well done if you know that sort of thing. Then our keyboard keys are, and you all got these, insert, enter, escape, and option. Insert, enter, escape, and for the Mac heads, option. The city hit by the major earthquake. The Lins should have got this one. It's Christchurch. Christchurch. Then, picture 14, we have sauerkraut, the Glamorgan sausage, the Stroopwafel, and souvlaki. Don't hold anyone accountable for the spelling on those. Sauerkraut, Glamorgan, Stroopwafel, and souvlaki. And for question 20, we were looking for our founding fathers, both Benjamin Franklin and Alexander Hamilton, feature on the $10 and $100 bills. Benjamin Franklin and Alexander Hamilton. On we go to the wipeout round. High stakes it is too. Located in the south of England, UK's only island city is Portsmouth. I didn't realise that it had water at the top, but apparently it does. Portsmouth for a point. Then the video game named for the radioactive decay time of an unstable element is Half-Life. Half-Life. The sports personality of the year winning the US Open in the tennises was Emma Raducanu. The social security payment, which has made such a contribution to the rise of the food bank, was the Universal Credit. Then the fashion designer with an eponymous label is Tom Ford. And finally, named for the 101 coasts of Croatia, or something of that sort, the breed of dog is the Dalmatian coast. Dalmatian for the point. Those wipeouts again. Portsmouth, Half-Life, Emma Raducanu, Universal Credit, Tom Ford, and Dalmatian. Well, that's the end of yet another exciting week of Quizcazoatling, and I can see already it's going to be a close one. I will remind you, as I often do, that we continue to encourage, allow, and coddle you in your very kind charitable donations. We still have the campaign for Médecins Sans Frontières open, justgiving.com/Quizcazoatl without borders. I will also say, given the declining attendances, I think that we're going to revisit the periodic conversation about whether we will continue doing Quizcazoatl every week. I am currently minded to think about retiring Quizcazoatl Lite and going fortnightly before too long. But I am always open to representation. Let me know how you feel about any of it. We'll see how we do, and I am still planning to have a belated second anniversary edition, just the very moment that I finally get an internet connection installed in this new house of mine. Anyway, that's enough of the final quadmin. Let me take us to the scores. In third place, but a jolly good third place. I'm not sure whether this is the first three-figure score, but it's very good anyway. Him and Her with 100 points, well played. The gap between the top two teams has been, I think, 2.5 points in it every time I've reported it. With a point margin on round 2, but a few points margin on the Wipeout. The winner this week, with a full 8 points on the Wipeout. Getting that 6th answer made all the difference. It sounds a bit hippie to me. Well played, hippies, and bad luck to the Lins. You were pipped at the post. I have been marking sounds a bit hippie to me myself as we go along, so I'll just recheck. I have been known to lose track of what I'm doing when I have to mark and read at the same time. But I think that result will probably stand. So well played sounds a bit hippie, bad luck the Lins, very well played Him and Her. I will hope to see all of you in 2 weeks' time on the whatever it is of May. And of course, do join us next week for Quizcazoatl Lite. Stay safe, and Lins, I'll see some of you for a saucer full of secrets tomorrow. If anyone tuned in early, you may have noticed that I was playing it.